Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi guys. Today I would like to share with you guys about what is cluster analysis and how to run a cluster analysis using SPSS. As we know, SPSS is a software that we use to analyze and run a statistical data, and even in environmental statistics. We use it a lot, especially for complex type of raw data. Before we begin, I would like to explain a little bit about what is cluster analysis. Cluster analysis is a data reduction technique used for combining observations into groups or cluster. A cluster means a collection of data objects. It can be similar to one another within the same cluster and dissimilar to the objects in the other cluster. This type of analysis is useful in analyzing the data of land use, city planning, and environmental studies. So let us see the main objective of using cluster analysis. The main objective is to group an objects into their clusters so that the objects can either be within a cluster called homogeneity, which is similar, or heterogeneity, which is different from those in the other cluster. Without further ado, I would like to show a step-by-step or a tutorial on how to run a cluster analysis using SPSS. There are 6 simple steps to follow. And now we are using hierarchical agglomerative cluster analysis, HACA, to group similar sampling sites due to water quality index, WQI, that we obtain. Let us begin. Okay guys, so here is the raw data of Sungai Langat, consists of some environmental parameters and also the WQI, which is the water quality index, recorded from Langat station. So for the first step is we need to key in and organize all the data here in SPSS and also in the Excel and also in the SPSS. So we just copy all the data that we had organized. Okay, so we just paste it at the data view, right, like this, and then we just go to variable view and replace all the name with the station name. And the crucial part for the first step is by changing the measurement into scale measurement. Alright, so we are done for the first step. We will be continue for the second step by click on the analyze button. We go to the classify, so this is classify, and we continue with the hierarchical cluster. We just click it. Alright, we're done with the second step. So for the third step, we simply transfer all the variables. We click, alright, we click all the variables and transfer to the variables box next to it. And for the cluster part, we choose variables, and for this display part, we tick both statistic and plots. Right, so we're done with the third steps. For the fourth step, click on the statistic button and we take agglomeration schedule like is shown here. Alright, for the fifth step, we do click on the plots button and we take the dendrogram. Okay, so as the last step before we producing our own hierarchical agglomerative cluster analysis output, we click at the method part, and for the cluster method here we choose watts method. Okay, and for measure part we choose squared Euclidean distance. Once done, we click continue and we click OK to produce the output of this analysis. Alright, so we have the output here. There is an agglomeration schedule, the case graph, and also the dendrogram using watt linkage. Okay, I will continue with the data interpretation. Here are what I had interpreted for you guys from the output. So from the dendrogram of the cluster analysis, it shows that all monitoring stations at Langat River were grouped into two statistically significant clusters. In cluster 1, station 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6 are homogeneity which is similar to each other. Meanwhile, in cluster 2, station 7 are homogeneity independently. Both cluster 1 and cluster 2 are heterogeneity which is different to each other. As a conclusion, cluster analysis is useful in providing reliable classification for optimum spatial sampling strategies. Last but not least, before I end this tutorial session, I would like to express my deep gratitude to my lecturer for this subject, Dr. Louis Le Juan, as she helped a lot since the beginning of this semester until now, and not to forget to all my friends too. Alright, I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching.